Peace and blessings, story lovers. Welcome to another video story. One of my favorites, one of my children's favorites in my classroom, children in my classroom. They just love for me to do this one, and I'm going to do it for you now. The story is called Abiyoyo. Abiyoyo is a folk tale from South Africa, and it has been done before. It's actually a really special folk tale in a tradition of folk tales about giants. So we're going to hear a story about a giant called Abiyoyo. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who loved to play the ukulele. Clink, 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 clink. He used to go around playing it all the time. The grown-ups would say, "Take that thing out of here." Not only that, the boy's father was a magician, and he used to go around playing jokes on people. He would take his magic wand, and he would go zoop, zoop, and make things disappear. He'd come up upon someone who was drinking a nice cold glass of something, and he'd take his magic wand and go zoop, zoop, and the glass would disappear. Or he would come up on someone who was doing a hard bit of work with a saw. Well, he'd take his magic wand, zoop, zoop, and the saw would disappear. Or he'd see someone just about to sit down in a chair after a long day of work, and he'd go zoop, zoop, and the chair would disappear. Well, after a while, people got tired of his jokes and his tricks, and he would play on them, and he said, "You and your son, take your son and yourself and go and live at the edge of town. We don't want you around here. You play too many tricks on us." So the boy and his father were ostracized. They were put way on the edge of town, away from everybody. Now, this town was a place where they used to tell stories. And they used to tell a story, way back in the old days, they used to tell this story, and the old people tell it now, story about a giant that used to live in those old days. That giant was called Abiyoyo. They said he was as tall as a tree and that he could eat people up. Well, nobody really believed it, but they told the story anyway. So one day, the sun rose blood red over the hill, and the people woke up and looked out of their windows, and they saw this giant shadow in front of the sun, and they could feel the whole ground shake. Boom, 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 boom. It was Abiyoyo coming. Then the women screamed and the men fainted, and they would say, "Run for your lives, Abiyoyo is coming." Because sometimes he would come to the cow pasture and he'd eat a whole cow. Or he'd go to the pasture where the sheep are and he'd eat a whole sheep. Well, the men said, "Grab your precious possessions, everything that's really important to you, and run, run, run." On the edge of town, the little boy and his father were asleep. But the little boy woke up and he said, "Father, wake up, wake up, wake up. Look there. What is that coming over the fields?" And the father said, "Well, that's Abiyoyo. I bet you if I could make him lie down, I could make him disappear." Well, The boy said, "Come with me, father." And he grabbed his father by one hand. The father grabbed his magic wand. The boy took his ukulele, and they ran and they ran and they ran until they got right up in front of Abiyoyo. Well, the people were frightened for them and said, "Watch out! Don't go near him! He'll eat you alive!" Well, Abiyoyo was standing looking at them. He had long fingernails because he never cut them. He had slobbery old teeth because he never brushed them. And he had smelly, stinky feet because he never washed them. And he had matted old hair because he never combed it. And he raised up his big old claws like he was getting ready to attack the father and the son. And the boy whipped out his ukulele and started singing, "Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo." Well, Abiyoyo had never heard a song about himself before, and he started feeling all silly. And a foolish grin spread over his face. And the little boy continued to sing, "Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyo." The boy played faster. "Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo." Abiyoyo was dancing and dancing, trying to keep up with the music, dancing faster and faster, and finally he got out of breath. He staggered to one side and then the other side, and he fell down on the ground. And just then the father came up, whipped out his magic wand, and went zoop, zoop, and Abiyoyo disappeared. Well, the people would jump for joy. They'd said, "Abiyoyo has disappeared. He's gone." And they looked at the father and the son, and they said, "Oh, come on back. Come on back to town. We love you now. We want you to come back. Bring your ukulele. Bring your magic wand. We don't care." And they lifted the boy and his father up in their arms, and everybody sang, "Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, 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 Abiyoyo." And when they tell this story in South Africa, in some places, the parents tell this story to their children in a very nice version, and they sing the song, "Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo, Abiyoyo,